My name's Travis Pastrana. This is my wife. This is where I'm going. And this is my story.
Last year we didn't really know what to expect, and I was pretty excited. I started out, we were 20th to 25th place out there. It's mid-pack in the Nationwide Series.
Where do we end up? That's an awesome job.
But as I started progressing, I found that I would do my best when I had back-to-back races, and then we'd have an off season. I go do the trucks or do the GRC.
You gotta be kidding me!
And I come back and I felt like I was starting at square one. I just didn't have the experience that the other guys did, and I didn't retain a lot of the stuff that I wanted to, just because it was a couple weeks off when they had more time to test, more time to practice. And the fact that I didn't have a teammate. For me, someone that doesn't know how to set up the car.
When we talk wedge and he talks wedge, he's jumping over something with a wedge, and we're talking about just trying to get our race cars to turn.
I would tell you, Harry, but I don't know anything about cars. I had Matt Crafton as a driver coach jump in my car and take up my practice time when I didn't really know a lot about how to drive these courses.
Do you ever feel it when you're getting into this corner, kind of do one of those?
Yeah.
Did you feel that?
Yeah.
I mean, remember, tell him that.
But it was so crucial for me to have that person to go out there and kind of set the car up. Now I'm on Roush Fenway Racing. What's really awesome coming into this year is I know we're going to have a strong car. Let's go with Roush Fenway. Let's go with a solid team. I've got Trevor Bayne, I've got Carl Edwards, Greg Biffle, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as teammates, as mentors. These guys have been doing it their whole lives. I want to win. I want to do better. I want to learn. And so to have this many guys around me and to have the camaraderie, all this information is going to be such a huge advantage. NASCAR is all about just being really smooth. GRC is all about aggression, just wide open, slamming on the brakes, throwing the wheel, oversteer, all-wheel drive. It's very different to kind of approach these races. What's fun this year is the GRC is going global with Global X Games. So when we go down to Brazil, we go over to Spain, we're actually going to have some dirt. To continue this, the deal with Bryce Menzies, the Dodge Dart, being a team owner is just, it's exciting. Being on a NASCAR team isn't like being on a freestyle or motocross or even GRC. There's 200 employees at Roush Fenway that are affected if I get hurt, if I can't make it to the race. And this is a really tough thing to deal with because I enjoy to have a lot of fun. I like to just kind of on a wing and a prayer, let's go do this.
I married an idiot.
And I get surgery tomorrow, so I figured, how hurt could you get, right?
And it's taken me back a little bit, but you can't ever stop what makes you who you are, or I feel like you're gonna slow down and you're not gonna be as good at the other things you do. So for me, my life is about trying to do the best that I can. And if the best that I can is by having fun, by doing a few things that are a little reckless, a little crazy, then we're gonna keep doing that. And after all this, the GRC, the NASCAR, the motorcycles, the craziness, Lindsay's pregnant. It's really hard to think now on how the baby's gonna change how I'm gonna be. Watching some of my friends that had kids and some of the guys that were even, so tough and they thought, oh, I wanted a boy or this and that, and then they had a little girl and they just completely melted, even if they had a boy. And I still wanna be the person that I am, but I'm gonna wanna spend more time at home.
Our lives were so hectic and crazy before, and we were pretty lucky that we always got to travel together a lot, and so
I definitely had to put my career on hold
you know, there was a lot coming up with the expansion of X Games and things like that, and so it's a little bit boring being pregnant, not being able to do all the fun activities, but as soon as she gets here and I get back in shape, I'll be back on my board, and I don't think things will be too different. I just couldn't imagine living this kind of life without Travis with me. It's just, I don't know what I did before him.
I want to spend as much time as possible with my wife, and when this little girl comes out, I want to spend as much time as I can with her. And that's going to be really tough with the demands of the job, but we're going to make it happen. Definitely have focuses going in a lot of different directions, but I figure this is like a perfect storm for me. We do all that, have a happy life, and hopefully win some doggone races, some NASCAR and GRC. On the next episode of On Pace with Pastrana, about to head over to Barcelona, hang out with all of my friends, and race some GRC.